Eternity has always been in our hearts. Hello, I'm Dr. James Allen, and welcome again. The only true one that is eternal is God. God had no beginning and has always existed. While everything we know in this world has had a beginning, a start, we can drive ourselves crazy trying to understand that one, and for some of us, crazy is a short drive. I've been asked by those who doubt God's existence, how can you believe that God has always existed? My reply goes something like this. Something or someone has always existed, or there'd be no building blocks for the universe. One can believe that matter has always existed, and that matter brought forth life without design and without a plan, and entirely by chance. Or one can believe that spirit, or God, has always existed and designed a living creation. Now consider this amazing and universal fact. All peoples from all over the world have an inkling, a mind, a thought that there is something beyond this world. Also consider that it is not nearly as challenging to think that we have no end than to believe there is no beginning. Something in us pulls us to that conclusion. Who has put that thought, that idea, that searching in our hearts? Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, He, God, has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart. Yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. Now God placed eternity in our hearts, so we would search for truth and not be permanently bound by this transient life. James tells us that this life is like a vapor. It's like a morning mist. It's something that comes and goes. It quickly dissipates and disappears. That feeling that you will live forever is from God. And it is in your heart because God put it there. This passage tells us that no one can fathom what God has done from the beginning to the end. No one. When I see large charts illustrating God's acts from beginning to the end, I understand the desire to clear things up. But it really is a mystery ever to be unresolved. We will never know all that God knows. God has created you with purpose, and your primary purpose is to worship Him, to follow His Son, Jesus Christ. You and I can get so caught up in the little things of life, we neglect our purpose. You have purpose. God values you. God can give you more than 1,000,000 second chances. Don't let anyone say God can't use you. He will not count you out, even those others may. He will stir what He placed in your heart to move you to seek Him. Even when we know His purpose, we must watch and pray and understand that there is an enemy that wants to throw you off of God's purpose. He wants to distract you. He wants to destroy you. I was once fishing alone along a shoreline that was known for having a lot of snakes. My mind was focused on the lake and fishing. And I was so focused, I didn't even realize that darkness was coming. By the time I got ready to leave, about 1,000,000 snakes, about 15 snakes or so had crawled out on the sun-heated rocks to gather warmth. I had a flashlight and I carefully, with knees trembling, I carefully navigated the bank back to the car. Never again did I fish there alone or at dusk. The warning about snakes was genuine. We can get so focused on life, we forget the snakes that come to harm us. As the serpent deceived Eve, the enemy works to deceive us. We must focus on our purpose. We must humble ourselves and reaffirm our faith in God. I need you. You need me. We need one another. There's no I in team, neither is there an I in church. It is never just me and Jesus. It is always we, the community of saints. God has put that feeling of the eternal in your heart. Please don't ignore it. Embrace it. Seek Him. You will find that life with purpose is a life well lived. Have a great week, and God bless you.